Hello, welcome back to the JOJO series, and in this video we are going to be making quests. Alright, so the way we're going to be making it is going to be the same as the beatdown handler or the cooldown handler. We're going to be making a module for both the server and the client handling the GUI and the server handling the functions. So let's create a module script and let's rename this to quest handler. There we go, quest handler. Alright, so I'm going to be adding a few functions. Let me just do this. Here is what we're going to be adding. Alright, so first let's create a quest table. The index is going to be the player, and the player will have multiple quests, right? So the quest player will have a table, and that table will have an index of quest ID, and that value will be the current progress. So this is the quest table. This is the player. So there's going to be multiple players, right? This is player 1, this is player 2. Okay, player 1, player 2. And this player, the player will probably get more quests. So this is quest 1, this is quest 2. And that quest will hold the progress. So what is a progress? So for quests like Blocks Fruits or Your Bizarre Adventure, you have quests like kill 10 bandits or something. So that's the progress, that's the maximum progress. So this is your progress, 0. Then we're going to be making a function that increases the progress by 1, or you could add in a parameter to increase the increment value. So progress quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then when it's 10, it's going to complete and give you the reward. We could also make a function that complete the quest, so it'll automatically fills up to the maximum amount and give you the reward. So function module.createQuest. So we're going to be making this OOP. I've explained this in my previous videos before. So, oops, there we go. Now, we're going to be using a meta table. So module.index module. I've explained this in my last videos. Pretty sure, I think. So we're going to be making a quest table for the current quest, for the quest that is being created, not the quests table. Okay, so quest will have an ID. Let's see, ID. So the ID will be randomly generated. Okay, so let's get the service HTTP service. So this service actually has a method to generate a random ID. I forgot what it's called. Generate. There we go. So there's a boolean here, wrap in curly braces, yes or no. I'm not going to be wrapping it in curly braces. Next we'll have the objective. Okay, so let's put in a placeholder like right here, quest objective, and then the reward. So the reward is just a string, okay, that shows up in the GUI menu. So it could be really anything. You don't need to get code into this. So let's set the reward to quest reward as the placeholder, and the maximum progress, let's add 10 as a placeholder. Keep in mind that you could change this anytime when you require the module and create a quest, create an object. So let's set meta table, the quest and the module, so that when you fire something that isn't inside of the quest table, it'll look inside of the meta table, which let's say you're going to access the gift quest. It's not going to be inside of the quest table, but instead it's going to be inside of the meta table, which is module. So let's create module gift quest. This is called let's do lowercase c. This is called the meta method. Okay, the parameter will be player. So let's do quests player. Okay, so that creates okay, let's check if that exists. Let's check if there's a table inside of the player index. Then we're going to be doing table.insert quests player, and actually no, we don't need to. We can just do this quests player, and then add in the quest ID self.id equals the current progress 0. Next, quests player equals a table, because the table in this case has not been generated before. So let's add in the self.id equals 0 equals 0 equals 0, right? Yeah, there we go. Let's check if this exists. Let's check if the self ID already exists inside of the quest player. Quests player self.id, then return end. Next, let's do progress quest. Okay, function module progress quest. First, we'll check if the quest already exists inside of the player. So if quests player, then else we'll just return. If not quests player self.id, then return end. So this means that if the quest does not exist inside of the player, then we'll just stop the script. There we go. Let's just do this quest player self.id equals nil. It'll remove the index from the table, the value, it'll be removed, and then that's it. So now in here we'll check if quests player self.id equals self.maximum progress. Then, so if the progress has reached its limit, then we're going to set this to nil. We're going to be removing this. Okay, so this is the server side of the module. It's done. Now let's do the client side of the module, but first let's add in a run service. So this module is going to be required by both the server and the client. So let's check if it's run on the client. If it is, then we're going to be stopping the script, because it's not meant to be run on the client, because we're going to be using a remote event. Alright, next let's create a module here, UI handler, and let's add in a remote event, quest UI, quest remote. There we go. So let's create the remote event right here, script.remote event, quest remote. There we go. Now let's require the module right here. Require script.UI handler. Let's put this at the top. There we go. Let's remove this. We don't need this anymore, since We already have stuff done. Now in this module, let's create a run service, get service, run service. We'll check if it's on the server. If it is, then we'll just return end, because the server cannot access the remote events and it'll bug out, it'll tweak out. Yeah. Alright, so now let's create a variable for the remote, script.parent.question. There we go. So the remote, let's do remote on client event connect function. Let's set two parameters, action and the arguments. So we're going to be making a few actions. The first action is initialize. Let's create a function here. Function initialize. And then let's do initialize quest. Initialize quest. We'll function progress quest. Local function complete quest. Initialize quest. Yeah, I think that's all. So there we go. We're going to be putting this on the table. Args. Initialize progress quest. What's this? Actually, no. Yeah, this is this. Progress quest. Complete quest. So it'll store the function inside of this table, and we'll go to actions, and index the action, and we will call the function with the arguments. There we go. But first, let's get our GUI. So create a GUI, call it main menu, and it'll look like this. It'll have a button, a scrolling frame, and a quest completed frame, like this. Quest completed, oops, visible. Quest completed has quest completed has the quest and the reward. Here, the quest and the reward. So we're going to be changing the text here, and it also has a scrolling frame right here. Scrolling frame. Where is it? Visible. There we go. Scrolling frame, and the scrolling frame has a quest placeholder. Here's the placeholder. The placeholder has the progress holder and the progress bar. So the progress bar is inside of the progress holder, so you can visualize the progress. See, right there. Oops. Okay, then there's a close button that cancels the quest, and there is a counter, and there is an objective. Okay, we will add the current quest and the current progress and the maximum progress right here, the current quest right here, and the reward below the text. Okay, seems simple enough. Let's turn down visible. So go on and create your GUI and then come back right here. Okay, you're back? Okay, let's go. So here in initialize quest, let's go to the player. Let's create a player first. Okay, local player game.players.local player. There we go. And the GUI, local main menu player.start GUI. I'm pretty sure it's called started GUI. And then player GUI. Okay, and then scrolling frame, main menu, wait for child, scrolling dot player GUI dot main menu, scrolling frame. There we go. And local place holder quest equals scrolling frame dot place quest placeholder. Quest placeholder. Alright, cool. And now let's duplicate the quest placeholder. Local quest frame equals quest placeholder clone quest frame dot objective equals, so I'm going to do args dot objective. So we'll send the arguments as a table, and the table has objective, ID, and whatnot. So let's add in local, create a table again, local active quests for the player to keep track of the quest. Let's do table dot insert active quests and the args.id. I'll tell you what it is for later. And then let's concatenate this with quest like this, concatenate here, and let's concatenate new line with reward, concatenate here with args.reward. So in this in the initialize action, we'll send objective, ID, and the reward. Cool. And also the progress, quest frame dot progress holder, actually the counter equals 0 out of args dot maximum progress. Okay, and then quest frame dot, okay, so now we'll set the position, right? So here's the scrolling frame and here's the quest. Okay. So now the problem with just duplicating it is that it'll stack onto one another. So how do you fix this? We'll increment the y value with the amount of active quest, which is 2, and the size of y, which is like this. But I want to be a gap right there, so let's plus 0.05 like that. Okay. So, but the problem with this is that if we increment them from the beginning, it'll be like this, because the position is already right here and it'll just go right here. I have to do plus 0.01. There we go. So here let's just do a current quest equals 0, current quest plus equals 1, and let's also set the name to the ID. so we can easily keep track of it, easily find it. And let's set the position to plus equals udim2.new. So this is the pretty much vector2 that UI uses. So 0 0, the y scale would be quest amount, current quest, just do quest amount plus equals quest frame dot size dot y dot scale. Quest amount plus equals 0 quest amount times quest frame dot size dot y dot scale. There we go. Now we can check. So now the distance will be very close, so there's no gap. We'll want to add in a gap, so let's check if quest amount is bigger than 0. Plus equals udim2.new and then 0.001 0.001, just 0.01. There we go. And then we'll set the parent quest.parent equals scrolling frame. There we go. Next, let's go to progress quest. So let's find the current quest that we have. So we're just going to be sending the ID again, and so local quest frame equals scrolling frame find first child args.id. See, that's why we named the quest frame as the ID. So yeah, and then counter okay, and then quest frame dot counter equals here let's do this slash args dot progress. Let's do this progress slash args dot maximum. Let's do current progress. Okay. And now let's get the progress bar. Scrolling frame dot progress bar right here. Actually it's quest frame dot progress holder dot progress bar. I'll just add a twin right here, local twin. Let's require twin service here. Game get service twin service. Let's also create a twin info. Twin info.new. I'll set the time 2.1. Twin service create the instance, so progress bar, the twin info, the property table. I'll set this to size equals udim2.new. So that's the y has to be 1 because it has to be visible, and we'll need to calculate the amount of progress. So we need to calculate this because we can't just put in the current progress. Because the maximum size is 1 and the minimal size is 0. So the x has to be 1, the maximum number has to be 1. So how do you do this? Let's calculate it. So let's say the maximum progress is 20, right? Maximum is 20. Right now we have the progress is 5 or 2. So let's just do 2 divided by 20 and you'll get your result. And it'll not go over 1 because 20 divided by 20 is 1, right? So yeah, let's do current progress, args.current progress divided by args.maximum progress, and then we'll play the tween, and then when it's completed, connect function will set the counter. So here, there we go. Nice. Progress quest is done. Now let's do complete quest. For complete quest, let's just do quest amount minus equals 1, and the active quests ID equals nil. Actually, let's do table find. Hold on. Equal index table find. So table find returns the index. Table find the haystack or the table, which is active quests, and the needle, which is the arts.id. We'll find it, and let's put this on the top. Let's do active quests index equals nil. There we go. And then we'll do scrolling frame find for child, local current quest, scrolling frame find for child, arc.id, and then we're going to destroy the current quest. So here you might think, oh, that's it, but no, that's not it. So because when you, let's say there's a new quest, right? So the quest you're going to delete is the middle. The problem is there's this gap, so we need to push this up. So before we set the active index to nil, let's loop through our active quests. So for I v in pairs active quests do if index is bigger than the index, yeah, greater than this, then we'll local iterated quest, scrolling frame, find for child value, find for child ID, arc.id, and then we'll just push them up by doing this quest iterated quest dot position minus equals rolling frame. Oops, minus equals ueim2.new 0000, and the y is iterated quest dot size dot y dot scale. We'll just push down plus 0.01. There we go. And then we'll do this, destroy the quest. So let's fire the remotes and see if this works. So here, let's do progress quest, remote, fire client, player, and ID equals self.id. I'm pretty sure you need ID in progress quest. Yeah, you do. And then what? Current progress. Oops, I forgot to add in as EU. So yeah. Current progress. Quests player self.id. And then maximum progress equals self.maximum progress. There we go. And the first parameter is actually the action, which is progress right here, right? Let's copy this, initialize. Oh, it's initialize quest and progress quest. ID and maximum progress is all you need, and the quest. Objective and the reward. So self.objective self reward. There we go. Next, the complete quest here. Yeah, and let's just add a tween here. Let's do this. Current quest progress bar. Current quest. The quest frame. Quest frame. We'll tween, and we'll set this to maximum progress. Once it's completed, let's do this. Quest frame destroyed. Also the counter. So quest frame dot counter dot text. Oh, it's dot text equals arcs dot maximum progress concatenated with slash arcs maximum progress. Oh, I forgot to add in dot text dot text dot text dot text. And then it's cleaner to do something like this. Wait, there we go. We'll just wait until the tween is completed, and let's add a slide. let's do this progress tween. What I'm talking about is the slide in here, the the, the quest completed. Oops, visible. Quest completed. Zoom. Let's scroll in here. Tween here. Slide in here. Okay. So let's copy the position. Let's do local quest completed equals main menu dot quest completed position new here. I'll set the position to 1.5, 1.2, 1.1, 1.15. And then let's add a tween right here. Actually local enter tween for the quest completed to enter equals quest completed. Actually just clone here, clone, and set the parent to scrolling frame. Actually player dot start GUI. Actually just the main menu. Enter tween, tween ts create tween, create quest completed, the tween info, the position, which is udime position equals udime to dot new here. There we go. Let's copy this, but with exit tween 1.15. Let's do dot visible equals and then enter tween play. Let's play at the very bottom. Play. Then we'll add a wait 1 and then exit tween play, and once it's completed, exit tween dot completed connect function. Let's destroy the exits. Let's destroy the quest completed. Destroy. There we go. Okay. Now guys, let's set visible to false. Now let's create a GUI handler folder. GUI handler to toggle and off, the visibility of the scrolling frame at the push of this button. So here's it's a simple script. Script.parent, you get the GUI, you quest toggle, create a variable for quest toggle and scrolling frame. When the button is activated, visible for yeah, that's it. Check for the visibility, and if it's visible, set it to false. If it's not visible, set it to true. So yeah, it's just a simple toggle. And then let's actually add a new mechanic. Cancel tween, cancel quest. So here's scrolling frame. There's a close button, right? There's a close button. So let's create a local script inside of this. Now let's add in a local script in GUI handler to handle the cancel quest. Let's copy and paste this. Now let's handle the cancel function. So here there is a close button inside of the quest. So in GUI handler in GUI handler in initialize, let's do quest frame. That's the button. Close button. Close button. Quest frame dot close. Close button dot activated. Connect function. And let's just fire a remote fire server. We're not going to send any parameter. And in quest handler, let's do remote dot on server event connect function. Actually, we need to send something, which is the ID. So player ID. Let's do the same thing here. So if it doesn't exist, we'll just return end. If it does exist, then ID. If it does exist, then quests player ID equals nil. And yeah, and here let's just do the same. It's just the same in here. Copy and paste all this. Ooh, okay. Exit twin, remove this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. I'm pretty sure we're all set. So we just need to require the function, require the module, okay? So let's require insert player scripts and client modules. Let's require game replicate storage dot modules dot quest handler. Let's create. Actually, I want to add in one more thing, and that is custom colors of the progress bar. Okay, I want to add in custom colors because it's cool. So I'll just set it in the initialize quest. So quest frame dot progress holder dot progress bar equals dot background color 3 equals color 3 from RGB math dot random 70255 and do the same here. There we go. And now let's create a part to create a quest and complete it. So here, create give quest 1 complete quest 1. I'll set this to green. Let's add a quest right here. Let's click detector here, click detector here. First, let's require the quest handler. Game dot replicate storage dot quest handler, or dot modules dot quest handler, and let's create a quest handler dot create quest. I'm pretty sure there's a problem here. Let's see, quest dot objective equals test 1, quest dot reward equals 10 doubloons. Oh yeah, in GUI handler, once it's completed, I want to set the quest completed dot objective dot the quest text equals args.quest objective, and quest completed reward text equals plus args.reward. And quest handler, let's do this. Yeah, already. So okay. Oh yeah, so just in case, so instead of return and, it'll return an empty table, and same with the child. Instead of returning nothing, we'll just return an empty table so that it is an error. Okay, and then script.parent.activated. The script is inside of a click the text, right? Okay, dot mouse click connect function. Here's the player. So let's do quest give player, give quest the player. Let's do quest dot maximum progress to 5, then script dot parent, and then script, and then workspace dot complete quest 1 dot click detector dot mouse click connect function player, and let's quest progress quest player. So I have not tested this out. I'm scared, honestly. So let's see if this works. Oh, there's an error. Attempt to index nil with objective. Aha! I have not returned this, so I have not returned this, so I'll return here. Let's see if this works now. Okay, quests. Oh, I forgot to set the visible to false. And then in the GUI handler, let's set the visible to true. There we go. Let's see if this works. Let's add a quest. Test 1, 10 doubloons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to quest handler. Oh, because maximum progress, then quest player self.id equals 1. What does that even mean? Then let's just do this. Complete quest. And let's copy this. Complete quest 2. Complete quest 2. Test 2. Let's do 7 maximum progress. Quests, nothing, right? Clicker and clicker. Let's do this. Zoom. Yay, 10 doubloons, and oh, there is a problem. Okay, so there was actually a problem that the progress bar exceeded the GUI, so that's the first problem. So let's just do this, divided by args.maximum progress in here. Next, the next problem is compare nil with number. So There it works, but it doesn't go down. And that's because I accidentally set the y value instead of the I actually set the x value instead of the y value. So that's stupid of me. Let's cut this, add a 0, and put this here. And instead of active quest index equal nil, even though the index is numbers, let's do table.remove. I was stupid here as well. Table.remove the table, active quests, and the index. And it's also because I did args.id, but instead of I should have did v, because args.id is this quest and not the quest the in the iterated quest. So yes, that's also very stupid. Cancel quest here. See? Let's do this 0 and then v. It should work. Alright, let's see if this works. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it works. Oh, here. I think I just need to do this table or remove active quests and the index. I don't know if that's the issue, but I don't know. Let's see. Alright, let's make sure everything works well. Right, everything works well. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is it for this video. We've made so much, we've done so much. We've made GUIs, stuff, and yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.